simple basic working philosophy of a 3 volt 5 volt buck regulator. Okay, any regulator you take, any regulator, 3 volt 5 volt regulator, it will have these basic points in it. Anytime you see it. Okay, first we'll see what are the uses of a 3 volt 5 volt regulator, right? Where it is used, anyone? As he rightly said, it is used for the IO supply, it is used for RTC section. Okay, it is used for SDSCL pull-up supplies. Okay, it is used sometimes for the power button as well. Okay, in some RAM ICs also, in core section as well, in charging section also, these LDOs voltage are used. Did you see there ACOK? ACOK was having a voltage divider and there was an LDO supply at the pull-up. That was ACOK having a voltage divider. What was the pull-up supply? It was a 6 volt LDO, right? So that LDO, we'll see where it is used. So what is that? 3 volt 5 volt buck regulator is used to step down the Dcin or battery supply into 3 volt and 5 volt. You get 19 volt from charging section, and that charging section 19 volt is converted to 3 volt and 5 volt supply. So that's why it is known as a buck regulator. Okay, one is a boost regulator that increases the voltage level, and one is the buck regulator that decreases the voltage level. Okay, so this one is a buck regulator. That's why it is called a buck, because it is decreasing the voltage. How it is decreasing from 19 volt to 3 volt? What is the duty cycle that is required to do that? We'll see that later on when we go into the IC section. After that, the 3 volt 5 volt supply is given to the standby section of SIO, RTC section of PCH, power button, power supply. Okay, these are the common points where you will see this 3 volt 5 volt supply, LDO supply going. Okay, so the requirements, where there is 3 volt 5 volt requirement in the motherboard, you will see 3 volt 5 volt buck regulator related to that. It means what? The 3 volt 5 volt section can have fault due to various sections. Okay, because this IC is supplying voltage to different sections. If say a USB IC has a fault and that VCC is supplied by this 3 volt 5 volt section, then this supply will also get dropped. Okay, so that can also cause a problem in 3 volt 5 volt section. So first we have to understand where these supplies are going. Okay, that is what is explained by this point, right? Then we'll see the input supplies of a 3 volt 5 volt converter. First supply for a 3 volt 5 volt regulator is what? 19 volt, that is coming from the Dcin section. Okay, you see that 19 volt coming. See here, this is the 19 volt supply that is coming at the drain of the voltage, power DC bat out, right? This is the 19 volt supply, it is coming at the drain. And also see here, this one V in. What is this V in? V in supplies what? DC bat out. This DC bat out is what? 19 volt, right? The first supply that is coming to 3 volt 5 volt section is the V in, that is the 19 volt. Okay, right? After that, these are the enabling inputs that are there for an IC, for this 3 volt 5 volt buck regulator IC. What are these enabling voltage, these enabling signals name? EN0, ENM, ENLDO, ENC and EN. These are the name. Also one name you can add into this, chip select, CS. Okay, CS is also a name that is used for this enable input, the name of this enable inputs. Okay, so these enable inputs can be directly from the 19 volt section. The 19 volt supply that is coming from V in, that will directly go to the enable point. In some cases that can be used for a voltage divider, then an enable signal goes to the supply. Okay, so there could be a different architecture. We'll see all those architecture. This is a general method that I'm telling you, that these are the requirements of basic 3 volt 5 volt section. Okay, first one was 19 volt, second one is enable input. This includes both the enable LDO and the, in some cases these same signal will be used for enabling the entry signal. Okay, the next point. Now after getting the LDO, after getting the enable supply for the LDO, you will get 3 LDO supplies coming out of the 3 volt 5 volt IC. These are the LDO supplies. 2 volt LDO, that is the reference voltage. REG 3 volt reference. VREG 5 volt reference. These are the 3 LDO voltage. Remember this. What is written here? After getting enable input from EN pin, 3 LDO voltage will be generated, and these are the 2 volt, 3 volt and 5 volt LDO voltage. Yeah. After that, this is the point where you will be getting the voltage at the coil of the 3 volt 5 volt section. Okay, first one is what? N-trip 1. N-trip 1 is for 5 volt supply, N-trip 2 is for 3 volt supply. Okay, these two will be generated after LDO. Remember this, not before LDO. These two supplies or these two pin voltages will be generated after LDO. Before these two, only LDO will be present. So whenever you check a 3 volt 5 volt section, first check the LDO. Is it coming or not? Then that part is over. After that, check your coil voltage, whether the coil voltage is available or not. Okay, right. Now this fifth point. After the entry voltage is present at pin number 1 or 2, whatever it may be, the pin number 13 or 2 pin number, you will get the 3 volt 5 volt output at the coil of the regulator, both the coils. Okay, and there will be a feedback pin. Okay, that pin is really important in 3 volt 5 volt section, or in any regulator. For a matter of cause you take, any regulator will have an adverse effect if its feedback signal is not working well. Keep this in mind. Feedback is really important in these regulator ICs. Okay, how it will work, what is the requirement, what are the faults that will be generated by this point, and how to solve those faults, we'll see that later in the next part when we go to the schematics, right? So these feedback pins, that is used to determine whether the power is good at the coil or not. You see, a power good signal is generated by a regulator IC. Whenever you see a regulator IC, there is a power good signal. What that power good signal, how that power good signal determines that its output is good or not? That is determined by its feedback. Okay, and the power good signal is approximately 96% of the rated voltage. Okay, if you have, say, if you have 5 volt output at the coil, then when a power good will be generated, when there is a 96% of the 5 volt, up to that point you will get a power good supply. If the voltage at the coil comes below 96%, then there will be no power good at the output. Everyone clear with that? So what is the 96% of 5 volt? I think 4.64. Calculate please. What is the 96% of this 5 volt?
4%.
4.8.
4.8, right?
4.8, yes.
Yeah,
correct.
so if you are getting up to 4.8, then it's good. Somebody asked me what should be the voltage that we identify as to be a correct 5 volt. Up to 4.8 volt, you will identify that to be a correct 5 volt supply. If it comes below it, if it is 4.7 or 4.6, then that is not working good and you will not get a power good at the IC. Got the point what somebody was asking previous class, right? Now we are done with this. This is a small overview of
Thank
the
you.
IC. Yeah, now we'll go to the IC, working of the IC. Okay, see here, as I told you, there are 5 types of architecture that we'll see. First I'll list those out, then after listing those out, we'll see one by one. Okay, see here.
So different architecture.
Okay, we'll see the different architectures of 3 volt 5 volt section, right? The first one is the simple one. It is what? SIO triggered. Second one is what? non-SIO triggered. Okay. In this SIO triggered, this will be a single category. This will be a single category. This will contain what? Self trigger. Self trigger 3 volt, 5 volt section. Okay. It will be a self trigger 3 volt, 5 volt section. Okay. And the SIO trigger, this will include what? This will include PSL logic. You will come across PSL logic. What that PSL logic, how that will trigger the 3 volt, 5 volt section. You will also come across the N-trip SIO interface. Okay. You will come across self N-trip. You will come across SIO direct triggering. Okay. This is what? This is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Total 5 architecture that we'll see one by one. Okay. First, the simplest of all, we'll see with the SIO direct triggering. This is the simplest of all. SIO direct triggering. How a SIO directly triggers the 3 volt, 5 volt section.